Hi, this is Tracy from Giftbasketappeal, and we're going to turn this oatmeal box into a fall flower box. So let's get started. I'm going to be using this brownish colored burlap to cover my box, but I don't want it to be showing through. So I'm going to use some scrapbook paper, and I'm going to cover the sides. So all I did was I measured my paper to fit around the box, and that way my burlap won't show through and you won't be able to see the box underneath. So all I'm doing is I'm just using some art glitter glue, and I'm just going to start gluing this on. Also, what I did with this box is I secured it on the bottom by just putting some tape. So I'm not really going to cover the bottom of it. I'm just going to leave it as it is, since no one's going to see the bottom. Okay, and now my box is covered with this is just regular cardstock. So now I'm going to measure this around. And see, I don't mind it showing now under that beige. I kind of like that texture. And I'm going to just measure it right around here. Make it a little bit longer. Cut that down. I think it'll be nice to have a burlap flower box. I'm going to need 2 of these. And this is burlap that I got from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I want that to fit right around that box, just like that. And I don't mind how it looks on the back side, because no one's going to really see the back. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a little bit of glue here and here. Thinking with the burlap you don't need a whole lot. I'm just going to come right around. Yep, I just want to make sure it's lined up there. Just going to fold that under just a little bit. Matter of fact, I'm just going to let it lay flat. I think it'll be better if it lays flat. Let's see. Trying to pull that as tight as possible. Just be careful with that hot glue. And then I'm going to take another one. I'm going to cover the top part here. Make sure I've got it around the way I want. Okay. Putting some more glue on here. let that stick a little bit. Bring it around here. So I'm just moving it around just a little bit, just to secure it. All those cereal boxes and oatmeal boxes, there's so much you could do. And I'm not really worried about these frayed edges here because the flowers are going to be covering that. So you can't even really see that much. So now I'm going to go across here with another piece of ribbon. And I've had this in my stash for a while. I may have used it in a gift basket. So I am going to take this now and go right around with that. Nice way to add a little bit of color to your container. And look at that. Look how cute that is. And you could mix and match your colors. Don't be afraid to play with those colors. And take my hot glue gun again. Clamp that down on there. That. Take my other one and just overlap it just a little bit. And like I said, I don't really mind how the back looks. No one's really going to see it. You'll be the only one that really knows. I'm just going to go back around, let that glue dry a little bit. So look how cute that looks already. Might have to adjust it just a little bit. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right there to secure it. And so this is going to be my front part. Okay, now I have one of these to hold the flowers in. And I'm going to go ahead and glue this down in there. And it doesn't fit exactly, but it'll help with my flowers. My flowers have longer stems on them, and I'm going to cut these down just a little bit. So look how cute that looks. And I'm going to use my Dollar Tree flowers, and I'm going to cut these down and put them in our box. So I'll let you see how I'm going to arrange these. And you may have to just kind of play around a little bit with them. It's one of the fun things about creating stuff is sometimes you just have to just go with it. Just want to mix the color throughout. I like the way that burgundy looks in there. Have some over here. And I'm just kind of putting them at an angle so that they'll hang over the box. It just all depends on your preference. Some of them you might want to be shorter and some you might want to be a lot longer. Got a couple of these also that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to put those in there too. We still have more of these to fill in. Just a nice way to add fall, even if in your restroom, maybe in the bathroom, on your desk, on a bookshelf. would be nice. I thought this looked kind of nice too, and kind of ties in with that. So I'm going to stick that in there. This is really short. I don't know where I found this, but I'm going to just go ahead and hot glue it right in here. And this is really coming together. I'm actually quite happy with the way it looks. This one I'm going to cut a little bit shorter because I want it to come further down, like right in the front there. I want it to just fit right there. Then I got a few more of these. I'll try to stick it up in here. Get some space in there. And I'm just looking for space wherever I could find it. And it's nice to have these little spritz just coming out. So at first this didn't look like much, but now who would know that it's an oatmeal box? Only us. Our secret. And we're almost done here. Just going to stick some more in the top so that in the back there, I have some stuff coming up out of the back I thought would be nice. And this one right here, I'm just going to kind of hot glue it and stick it in there. You just got to have fun with it. And that's in there. Just putting that little bit of hot glue in there. It looks like this one might be having a difficult time going in, and that's all right. We'll just come around the side here. Okay, well, since it wants to be stubborn, we're going to just glue it right in. All right, there we go. And I want you to see how that looks. I'm going to post pictures at the end. However, now I got to do one more thing with it. Right here in the center, it needs something. So what I did is I made some burlap pom-poms, like a burlap flower-like thing. And I'm going to just put it right in the front there. Look how cute that is. And if you want to know how I made this, there is a video. And I will post that video below. But I'm just going to glue it on with some hot glue. And that burlap pom-pom, it almost looks like a flower, works really well for this. Look how pretty that is. And who would know that this is actually a cereal box? I'm going to let that stay on there for a little bit. A little bit more glue on there. And this is what our flower box looks like. I put the pom-pom on there. I hope this inspires you to create. I will post the video on how to make the burlap pom-pom below in the description box. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye.